Now for baseball from the great state of Texas and Globe Life Park. Tonight we wrap up this 3-game series between the Oakland A's and the Texas Rangers. The Rangers are riding an 8-game win streak. They'll try to run it to 9 next. Striding in for Oakland, Boog Powell. It's been a really slow start to the season for him, as you can see by the April numbers on your screen. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a cold strike on the game's first pitch as we bring you this one here tonight. And fellas, you take a look at this Rangers team entering play here tonight. They have certainly had it going lately. Winners of 8 in a row.
I'm super excited, Matty, to watch this team play today because it's rare. You don't see many teams rattle off 8 wins in a row like they have. It's all working for them right now, and I'm super excited to watch them take the field today.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. And Andrus will take this one in with 2 hands for the first out. And here's a shot of the Athletics starting lineup for this one. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
You know, I'm looking forward to see what this guy can do in that 5-hole. Looking at his stats, I was really impressed with the fact that he's hit 4 bombs in his last 10 games. Lately, he's been the guy to watch, and I think he's ready to do some more damage right now.
And that one just missed outside. And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2. 1 out, nobody on. The 1-2. Count still at 1-2. Try to hold back, but he won't be able to, as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now. Digging in the switch hitter, Jed Lowry. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Odor onto the grass. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. In now, number 15. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Rangers, center fielder.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that one stayed too low, apparently. And Dan Dero, this Oakland ball club entering play here tonight. They come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matty, dropping their last game. Now they find themselves at 500 again. They got to find a way to get on a hot streak. You cannot continue to go peaks and valleys throughout the course of the season and ride that 500 line all year. At some point, you're going to have to take 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 to get this going in the right direction.
And that's upstairs, running the count to 3-1. Shin-Soo Choo will follow here. He waits on deck. Just got a piece up the line. That's a foul ball. Now the 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He got him. At the plate, Shin-Soo Choo looking to stay hot. He's been a real threat at the plate the last week or so. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Oh, and he had him guessing there, and it's a ball and a strike.
There's a called strike on a changeup, not a particularly good one. That changeup up in the zone like this oftentimes gets hit very hard. Was able to get away with it that time, but if he's going to be successful, he's going to need to get that changeup down in the zone around the knees.
Called strike 2 as he locks him up there. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a miss as he ran that 2-seamer right by him for the 2nd out.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
Heading after it is Piscotty. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So the Rangers turned away in the first. Here's Matt Joyce now, a real threat with the bat, of course, as he currently leads the American League in home runs. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch, and that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball one. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
He came out of his shoes on that one, boys. I know he swung and missed it. We felt the breeze from up here, but if he gets that pitch again, catches it a grain low, we got action.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. He drove in all 3 of his club's runs in that ball game a night ago. And Camels loves to start guys with the change. That time it's good for a strike. Got him to go after that one, and he's in a quick hole, 0-2.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
Ground ball sent back up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came from.
So now it's Mark Canha. Lifted in the air out to right. Chu has a read on it. 2 down. Now he'll throw back to first. On to first, a double play. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. On now. Here's Joey Gallo now, and he'll be one to watch out for in this one. Very good numbers in recent games. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And a whiff at a good slider that time. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. Foul from the outfield grass. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw. Hold on here, though. You can see the skipper heading out of the dugout now, so that very close safe call might be challenged.
Yeah, I wasn't so sure about him being safe either, but here's another shot of it right here. Not easy to tell for sure from that shot. It's going to be interesting to see what they want to do with this one.
And that'll bring in Tommy Joseph. His career numbers against Minaya, he's 0 for 5. First offering on its way. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. Skied into straightaway right. Olson ranging into shallow right. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out. At the plate now for Texas is the DH, Willie Calhoun, trying to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Bottom of the second here with no score. Hit hard towards center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So that keeps the bottom of the second going.
Everybody's different coming out of spring training. Some guys get off to torrid starts. Some guys struggle. This is one that struggled, but maybe that single gets him going.
So next to the plate for Texas, Robinson Chirinos. He brings a hit streak that currently sits at 6 games entering play. The 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
Down 1-1.
1-2 to the Rangers catcher. Calhoun, the runner at first with 2 gone. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. bouncer up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
The 1-0 home is a fastball that misses. His career numbers against Minaya, very lopsided for the pitcher, 0 for 15. 7 strikeouts on the stat sheet as well. 2 balls and a strike now. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Jurickson Profar would be next. And that's low, ball 4. Here's Jurickson Profar. He had a couple of hits in that ball game last night. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. This one's down to third. Chapman's got it. And a close play at second, but the throw does beat him, and the side is retired. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0.
I don't think he's going to triple up on changeup right there. He seemed to have gotten the timing down on that second one.
Popped him up. Joseph in foul ground. And nope, this one falls, so he'll get another shot. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. Previously against Cole Hamels, he carries a batting average of .389. He also has 1 home run. Third inning, no score to this point. Hit out towards second. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit. So coming to the plate, Marcus Semien. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Hit hard on the ground to second. And that's through for a hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of hitting with that hole between first and second base, D-Roll. First baseman has to hold that runner on. That leaves that right side wide open.
Yeah, and credit the batter right there. Nice piece of hitting right there. Not trying to do too much. He took a look at the defense and saw where it was aligned and tried to beat him.
He flied out leading off the ball game. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball. 1-1. One and two now. Lucroy at second. Semien at first. 1 gone. And that one stayed up a little high. Strike 3 called, and now he's 1 out away from getting out of this. Digging in to try it again, Stephen Piscotty, 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch of the at-bat. Strike. 2 men are on with 2 men out. And it's 1-1. One and 2.
It's amazing. I tell so many fans, you get in a box one time, the one pitch you're going to swing at more than any other is that elevated fastball. Your eyes light up as an offensive player, and you just cannot get to it.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. And the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Hayes strand a couple. Riding in once again, number 15. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First offering on its way. Missed with a slider. Takes a knee-high fastball.
1-1.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. Seared down the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
It's a fine line for working down in the zone on 2-2 and bouncing one in there that basically stands no chance at getting swung at. Right there, he basically spiked that one right into the dirt, and now he has to find the zone on a 3-2 pitch.
Shin-Soo Choo at the plate now, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. 1 ball, no strikes to count.
That's right. Wait for your pitch.
Hard hit ball to second. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. Digging in for his second at-bat, Elvis Andrews. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. No balls and 1 strike. None out, runners at first and second. Hit hard down the right field line. But that's a foul ball.
You don't see too many guys at this level be late on off-speed pitches right there. That tells me he was totally sitting on something else or was going automatic take.
And he fouls this one off. Ball and 2 strikes to the Rangers shortstop. Soft liner to the right side. That's in there. Base hit. Around third and being waved on home. And the run will score as the Rangers strike first to lead it 1-0.
Boy, when teams are playing well like this team is on a nice little winning streak right here, they strike early in this one to keep the mojo working.
Yeah, Dan, from an offensive standpoint, everyone searches for confidence, and that's exactly what they have right now. Everyone contributing makes for a fun clubhouse.
2-0 the count to the Rangers left fielder.
What a great opportunity to come through right here. 2-0 count, runners on base. Find something middle of the plate and let it rip.
The 2-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. On the ground is short. This could be 2. 1 there. On to first, but not in time as he beats it out. Ready for another chance? Tommy Joseph. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball 1. That's wide. 2-0. A 2-1 count to the Rangers first baseman.
I tip my hat to the batter right there for taking that pitch. Most guys would have definitely been swinging in that situation. 2-0 fastball, but that was not in the zone he was looking for. Move on to the next pitch.
Back up the middle. And that is through into center field, a base hit. And that'll score the run from third as they go up 2-0 now.
Heck of a job by the batter right there. You would have thought he bought himself a fastball, but gets an off-speed pitch, doesn't try to do too much, and drives it for a base hit.
There's a fastball to start him off, but that misses for ball 1.
He's been great on the mound up until this inning, and yeah, he and his guys are behind 2-0 now, but if he can seal the leak and hold these guys right here the rest of the way, this is still going to be a start he can be proud of.
And here's a fastball not close as he runs it to 2-1 now. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2. Gallo over at second. Joseph is over at first with one away. The 2-2 one more time. Still even at 2-2. Another 2-2 offering. Good eye to lay off the slider there, and he works it to full 3-2 here.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Another full count pitch home. And he'll get to see another one. It'll be the 10th pitch of this at-bat. And now this will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat. On pitch number 10 is the one that finally does it as he strikes out after a long battle here. Stepping up now, Robinson Chirinos. He reached on a single in his first try. Into the corner and slicing foul. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. 2 down, runners at first and second. Count remains at 0-2.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
To 1-2 now. Line drive, base hit into the left center field gap. He pulls into third safely as 2 runs come across to score away from the play.
This is an easy decision for him to try for third because he has the play right in front of him, so he doesn't have to rely on any of his base coaches. Good decision to keep chugging, and he makes it all the way around safely.
A ball and no strikes. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. A good knee-high changeup taken for a strike.
Hey, that's a huge pitch for him right there. He's been struggling early. If he's able to get any feel on his secondary stuff, he might be able to hang around a little bit.
Here he comes again, 1-2. Hit on the ground to short. Throw in time, and they stop the bleeding as the side is retired. So they... Next will be the designated hitter, Jed Lowry. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Hamels has his sign. First pitch on the way. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Waiting on it, the center fielder. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Here's Matt Joyce now. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Now here's the pitch. Very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul. Here it comes. And a check swing here, but he pretty clearly broke the plane, and it's 0-2 now. Hit down the line at first, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Comes back with the cut fastball for strike 3 called, and there are 2 down. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Matt Olson, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
That swing looked kind of out of control to me. Looked like he was trying to dial 9, but when you're down by 4 runs early in the game, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Frozen on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. Here's Jurickson Profar, and Dan, I'm sure the starter. First offering on its way. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike.
One of the keys when you're looking at a subpar pitching performance, is first pitch strikes. And so far, first pitch strikes, less than 40%. He's going to need to clean that up.
Now batting, number
So the lineup
15.
flips over, and digging in, number 15 comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. That misses. 1-2. 1 out, nobody on. Popped him up. Lucroy is there, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
All right, fielder number
Digging in
17.
once again, Shin-Soo Choo. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. The 1-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Count remains 2-2. Ready with another 2-2. Changeup stayed low that time for ball 3.
With the meat of the order due up next, you can probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the 2-hole hitter.
Grounded back up the middle. Powell right there. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So a good job for him there. So now it's Mark Hanna. He'll start off the 5th in this one.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Third baseman.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Andres moving to his left. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away.
Leading off for
Here
the
it comes
Rangers,
now to Andres.
the shortstop, Alvin
Off-speed
Andrews.
pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Well, he's still out there to start the 5th inning, but it's been a real grind of a start for him. The pitch count is much higher than he'd like it to be, so it's hard to imagine him working really deep into this game.
And he'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first down.
Up next for the Rangers,
Ready once again, Joey Gallo. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Behind 0-2 now. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. And that'll bring in Tommy Joseph. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
That's through, and he's now 2 for 3 in this one.
Kind of looked like he had gotten his bearings there. Dan was going to have a 1-2-3 inning, but not the case, giving up that late 2-out knock.
Boy, this lineup is so deep, 1 through 9. They can put a hurting on you, and they're making him work, and he's given up a lot of base hits so far in this one. So far, this has not been an easy one for this pitcher. You know, guys, these hitters have had some great looks at that slider so far, and clearly they're all on the same page. The plan is simple.
Here comes Bob Melvin now. Into the box, Robinson Chirinos. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
When you've got a guy that throws a good two-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Rangers leave a pair. They lead it. So digging in now, Marcus Semien. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game if this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Boog Powell. He flew out his first time around and then was a strikeout victim most recently. Andrews onto the grass, and he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting.
Digging in to try it again, Stephen Piscotty. He struck out and flied out. 0 for 2 so far. This is hit out to right. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? You bet he does. 11 in a row. Ready for another chance? Rougned Odor. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike one. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. Here it comes, 0-2. And that one stayed too low apparently.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. Digging in once again, Jurickson Profar. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Kenna moves over. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, number 15.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, number 15. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. 4 runs, 8 hits, and no errors in the contest for the Rangers so far. Here's another 0-2. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the 2nd time. Ready once again, Jed Lowry. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Popped him up. Odor shading to his right. Makes the play, 1 away.
Now batting.
Ready for another shot now. Matt Joyce. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Fly ball out toward left center field. Gallo moves over, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out.
Now batting.
Riding in once again, Matt Olson. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. This is in the air to center. Does he have another 1-2-3 for the Ledger? He sure does. Make it 14 in a row set. Shin-Soo Choo at the plate now. And to start out the inning, it looks like they've decided to stick with the same reliever out there, Ken.
They have, Matt. I think the way he pitched the last inning kind of inspired that. But it's not uncommon for relief pitchers to have troubles after they sit and watch their guys swing the bat a bit. We'll see if he stays as sharp as he was before.
Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike. Andrus in an 0-2 hole here. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
There's another slider. That's back-to-back good sliders, and this guy's breaking ball is really good. And when he's throwing it well like he is, and he's confident with it, he can throw it 3 or 4 times in a row. A really good slider in this one.
Here comes another 0-2. Here's a pop-up now. And he'll squeeze this one for the second out. Here's Joey Gallo now, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And a called strike down in the zone. 0-1. 4 runs, 8 hits, and no errors in the contest for the Rangers so far.
Hey, this boy ain't messing around right now. Attacking his zone, showing a lot of confidence.
And he squares up on this one. Deep to straightaway right. Gone!
Yeah, you could see he just made a mistake. He was cruising in the 7th, getting the first 2 outs, but then he offered up one that caught a little bit too much of the plate. This one got up and out of here, ruining what looked like a good appearance out of the bullpen.
And that'll bring in Tommy Joseph, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. A ball and a strike to Tommy Joseph. The 1-1. Fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Line drive to left. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
Well, unfortunately, being close isn't quite good enough most of the time. Loved the effort in the outfield, and he was close to making that play, but instead it's a double. That's a risky play, though. Could have been a lot worse than a double.
No balls and a strike to count. This is line to left. Kenna is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So now it's Mark Kenna. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Pat. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Gallo is there. 1 pitch, 1 out. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Chu on the run. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
Number 15 is there, and how about that? A 3-pitch inning. So next to the plate for Texas, Robinson Chirinos. 2 for 3 for him so far, including a triple. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out.
Tried the old ambush tactic, and it almost worked right there. Wasn't able to keep that first pitch fastball fair. The at-bat, he's got a lot left in this. If he's able to let that one go, I still think he can have a quality AB.
So he got him swinging. Robinson Chirinos becomes the first out in the bottom of the 8th inning. From the stretch. And he'll miss the target away with the fastball. It's 1-0. Tough slider down low for a strike. The 1-1 home. Pulled toward right center field. Powell is calling for it. And that's the 2nd out of the inning. Here's Jurickson Profar. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Fastball in there for a called strike. Hit sharply on the ground. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. 1-2-3. The Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge with Dallas in the background as we welcome you back to Baseball on the Show.
Center fielder number 10.
Hamels into the windup. First pitch on its way. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Under it is the center fielder. 1 down.
The batter, number 2.
So that'll bring in the outfielder, Boog Powell. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Long run for the center fielder. 2 down. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no doubt home run.
Well, it's obvious these guys were talking in the dugout trying to figure this guy out, and it finally happened. They've seen all his stuff. They know how he wants to attack, and they anticipated that pitch. Hard to surprise hitters this late into an outing.
And this ball swung on and hit to center field, and this should do it. And that'll be the one that ends it. And the Rangers will add